Aquarius, and welcome to your bonus reading, which is going to be qualifying the weekly readings that I did at the weekend. If you haven't seen that, it will be in the description below. Not the description, in the first comment below, so it'll be pinned there, so you'll be able to sort of click on that and go and see it. There's been quite a lot going on in the way of sun, as you've seen in the beginning of this video. And you would have seen the report on Cymatic TV as well. So we're going to clarify your Astroflower according to your elements and according to the cards that came up during your weekly reading. Now, water has been a little bit under pressure, so therefore emotions a little bit more sort of, I would say, flat. And when they do rise up, they're going to rise up in the form of steam. So it's going to be you might have not a lot of time for emotions and stuff like that. Fire should be very bubbly. Air should be pretty mental, but it might try maybe trying a little bit at the end of the week. And earth can be a little bit sort of compressed. Now, as you can see in your sign, you only have earth at the top of your petal, and that comes from your neighbor Capricorn, and it's a cardinal earth. And it's crossed by that mutable water. So that fair exchange in the Six of Pentacles and that death and rebirth card that's sitting in petal 6, you might feel that you're getting the raw end of the fair exchange. And that may well be the sort of thing that's coming up during this week that's making you think, do you know what, if I'm going to keep going on with this, I need to start fresh, in a way of sort of saying, I don't want to be cheated anymore. I want it to be a fair exchange rather than me having to put out loads more than I'm actually getting back. This fire and water scenario actually repeats loads in your sign. So you've got it in petals 1, petals 2, and then it's a mixture around the petals 7, 9, and 6. So there's that mixture in that area there. So where you see water and fire mixing, it's going to be fire that's going to be winning. So this is quite good for your karmic path. If you look on petal 3, you've got that petal 2, sorry, which is down in the bottom right. You've got the 3 of Wands, and then you've got that cardinal water that's a cardinal I'll get it out in a minute. Cardinal fire that's coming up through you from Aries. So it's a really passionate, calculative in a way of sort of putting your ducks in order, as it were, in a row, and you're going to get less emotions on that. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to just go ahead and do it. And you might feel that your emotions that are coming through from the universe is sort of saying, don't play the victim card. I think that's what the universe is trying to encourage within you. Don't play the victim part. Just get up. And, when people knock us down, because we all get knocked down, and we can turn around and go, oh, it wasn't my fault. And yes, it is, it may well not be your fault. But that's not the case here. The case is you've got to get back up and get back on the horse. So that's what the universe is sort of saying to you. And with that petal, that's in petal 1 with the 4 of Cups. And just above there, you're sitting, you've got the High Priestess. Sorry, I was just having a look at it. The High Priestess. Now you've got that fire, water, and fire. So it's moving on from concrete ideas about how you want to go forward and drive your passions forward, and how you transfer that inner vision into the journey of that 3 of Wands on your pathway. As it goes up into petal 8, which is just above that, you have the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords, it may be a case of you missing opportunities simply because there is not that fair exchange in place, because you've got that water and earth just above it. So it may actually be accumulating on the spiritual side of life, where it seems to be you might feel like you're butting up a few things and feeling a little bit trapped by society who haven't got their act together, basically. Let's just have a quick look what's going on the physical side, because on the physical side, it's a different kettle of fish. You don't have that fire and water. You have the water and air. Now, air is also been stimulated by these solar flares now that have been coming through, very mental activity. and it's going to encourage your Wheel of Fortune here of being a bit flexible, so you can actually arrange or get those deals done without getting emotionally involved in it, but mentally being a little bit more sort of light on your feet, so you can actually just seize the opportunity. And this is what that patience and that temperance card is down the bottom. It's having that mental idea that's being fixed, the emotions that are reduced within you with that fixed air and fixed water down in petal 4. So then it's very clear for you for where you can go on. And when you do go on in petal 7, which is just above it, you have that accumulation of double fixed air. So having a fixed view of where you're going. And the emotions, as I said earlier on, will be a little bit more sort of squashed or quashed rather. So therefore you can just go ahead in it. And you've got that mutable passion, which is at the top of it, which is going to spark that love and joy of actually doing things. Because on the exterior of your flower, you have that mixture of fixed air, which is your good selves, and the mutable fire, which comes in from Sagittarius. So it is a very bubbly sort of sensation and feeling, which gives that Ace of Cups a little bit more emphasis on, no, this is how I would like to enjoy life. So this is how I'd like the fair exchange to be happening. So as the solar flares have been coming in, it should be helping you to focalize a lot more on the material front, and also to start that journey on the emotional front. There you go, Aquarius. I hope you do enjoy that. It's an amazing thing, the Astroflower. It's been 3 years in the working, and it's such a diverse and very logical system to use. If you haven't got the book, please go down in the description below. Oh no, your book's not out yet. I do apologise. It is in the editing mode, and it will be out in the near future. But you can find a lot more stuff out on the astroflower.com. In the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.